UPS is the number. He even said UPS is the number one mailing service. They should be paying their workers like they're the number one mailing service. That simple. I think that buttons it up pretty well for you. So one thing I don't understand, and maybe it's just something that we're just naturally kind of born into, something that you're just growing up as a young kid and as a young adult, and it's just something that is instilled in us as we're growing, through school, getting our first job, through our parents, seeing what our parents go through, and kind of even being instilled in us by our parents sometimes. And being an adult myself and understanding how the world works, or at least to the best of my abilities, it is really hard for me to understand why people will purposely be against their own interests in just really anything. But in this particular conversation, I'm talking about when it comes to worker wages. Like, your goal, if you're a working individual and you pay your taxes just like a stand-up citizen of the United States would, I would think your goal is to make as much money as possible. And, to not, and it doesn't make you lazy when your goal is to make as much money as you can without breaking your back. You don't have to work the extreme physical jobs to make, a decent livable wage. That's crazy. Your goal is to work harder, work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird how when situations like with UPS and the Teamster strike, they come to a deal and people are making more money. But it's weird that people, regular folks, not the suit and ties, the ones that don't want you to make more money because that means they're not going to get as much. Just regular folks like you and me, they're upset about that. And it's like, why be upset at them and not upset at your employer is not paying you a livable wage? It's not paying you more money, even though you might be the one breaking your back 50, 60 hours a week. Trust me, I've been there. It ain't fun. So let's go ahead, watch this clip of Valuetainment, these suit and ties, and see how upset they are and their reasoning behind it.
You think is the average pay for a full-time employee now at UPS? Don't say anything, Tom. What do you think?
UPS.
UPS.
Hey, Vinny, what could Brown do for you? Give me the answer.
55,000.
Okay. So let me just throw this out here. Okay, UPS is one of the top 3, and it's really not too many other mail delivery systems that we have. We have UPS, FedEx, Amazon, and USPS. You know what I'm saying? So he's making it seem like this is just like some random mom and pop shop that, is just sprinkled throughout everywhere. And it's like, no, this is the top 3. Like, this is a big company. He's making this like a small deal. Like, hey, guess how much these, it's like, no, I hate how they already frame that, but I digress. Yes.
Okay, full-time, right?
Full-time.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Go
those
ahead.
people want to kill everyone.
Not minimum wage, average.
Average. The key word is average salary for a full-time
55?
employee.
You said 55?
Yes.
Well, I'm a huge fan
This
of
is
the Price is
the
Right. I'm
average.
going 55-1.
55.
Okay. Well, first of all, you win. That was not a hard bet
Adam, you
to do, but I'm going to tell you what it is.
Yes.
Okay. It's oh my God, I
What?
can't believe this is it.
Way
okay.
higher?
Yeah, okay, what is the minimum wage right now, federal in America? What's
like
the minimum wage?
$7 or something.
$7.20. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Some states want to.
What the hell? They just said, what is the minimum wage here? And what $7? What grown adult is working a job making $7 an hour in 2023? That should be the real conversation. Ain't no person who is working for another employer should be getting paid $7 an hour in the richest country in the world, Craig. In the world. And I see, we're only 42 seconds into this video, and I'm already at an 8. You know, I'm already at an 8.9. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and try to finish this because
I'm gonna take you to 15. Okay. All right. So full time, it's $49 an hour.
That's $100 grand a year.
Guys, 40.
That's $100 grand a year.
That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
The average full-time employee now
Wow.
at UPS gets paid 6-figure salary.
What?
That's
All right,
the new.
Vinny, let's get out of here.
Let
bro.
me
We're gonna
read
work
this
for
to you.
UPS.
Vinny,
What am I doing?
I'm gonna read this to
Go.
you.
I'm
Look
gonna.
at this.
I quit after. Go. I'm
okay, first off, like he said, it's an average, and of course, there's always an average, a range of which people are going to be making. Not every single person is going to be making 49. It might be based off of experience, which you could bring to the table. What other certifications that you might have, college or whatever the case is. It's a range. Not every single person is making $49 an hour. But I'm gonna say this to the end. But I wish they would really clarify that a little bit better. And honestly, I'm not mad at that.
leaving.
But hang on, you got to
All the haters in the chat that want me to leave. Bye. Bye.
Listen, CNBC, UPS Teamsters reach labor deal to avoid strike. Okay? UPS and Teamster Union reach a preliminary deal, $30 billion, covering 340,000 employees to avoid a strike. Existing part-time employees received a raise to at least $21 an hour. Part-time. Vinny, part-time is getting paid $21.
Hey, they were making only 18. He makes it seem like they were making like $7 an hour, and all of a sudden they're making, double, triple. Like, no. It was like a $2-3 increase. And in Colorado, making $21 an hour, even full time, you barely gonna make it, bruh. Don't have no expensive hobbies here in Colorado, in Denver. Don't have no expensive hobbies making $21 an hour, because you ain't gonna make it, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, they're making 21. Oh my God, they're gonna be millionaires. Like, shut up, bro.
$1 an hour, while full-time employees will average $49 an hour. Current workers get an additional $275 raise an hour per year and an additional $750 hour over 5-year contract, which means if you've been over 5 years, the contract over 5 years, you're getting paid $57 an hour is what you're getting paid. The deal includes ending mandatory overtime for drivers' days off and needs worker ratification. In contrast, FedEx pilots rejected a tentative labor deal with 57% voting against it.
Pat, I'm sorry that I'm on my phone because I'm just getting texts from Deli and everybody in production. They all just walked out and they're all going to UPS. Everybody just quit.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, this dude here, I think he's been a little too comfortable. Okay, he looked a little, but I guarantee you, not in his right mind will he ever quit the position he's in to go throw some boxes in a truck and then go jump in the hot truck and deliver that sucker for 8 to 10 hours a day. Ain't no way this suit and tie is going to do that. Yeah, it's all jokey jokes and LOLs, but he ain't sweating with his like special, $4 bottle of water right there. No, it ain't working like that. Especially myself, I worked doing asbestos removal for 5 to 6 years. That was a back-breaking job. And I got paid little to do that, putting my health at risk for dollars. No, I don't want to do that no more. I want to be like them. I want to wear a suit and tie every day and just and just drink $5 bottles of water. But Come on. These are the only people that's going to be upset with other people making more money. Come on.
Everybody in production, they all just walked out and they're all going to UPS. Everybody just quit.
Yeah. So what is the most shocking thing about this? You thought the number would be way lower. You thought that they don't deserve this amount. What is it that shocked you?
I mean, you were shocked. You
I was,
said 55,000. So what were you shocked about?
Yeah, I'm shocked by the number. Yes, I don't know.
How much
it's
would they have to pay you, Vinny, to wear the brown shorts
it's
and drive
exactly-
a truck with no door and a flimsy seatbelt?
It's exactly two
100
times.
grand?
Guys,
Can we have a serious
sorry.
conversation? It's exactly 2 times what you guessed. Okay.
yeah.
You said 55. It's $101,000. Okay, give or take.
That's average. Does that factor in CEO? Is that factor
No,
in?
that's
Okay,
a full-time employee.
Just
Just $49 an hour.
that's great.
That's insane for this to take place. Okay, so now
Yeah.
you say that's great. Guess what it means? Okay, yes, it's great. By the way, we can make that $490 an hour. What does it cost to ship something?
yes.
Okay, that's
you're
where
right.
the money comes from.
Consumer is going to have to pay more.
You are paying the raise. They're
Oh
not paying the
my
raise. You're paying the
gosh.
raise. So to us, if the
Okay, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm some CEO of a company but it's really basic stuff here. Okay, like you can't try to complicate this. Okay, the money's gonna come from somewhere, and I know how much UPS has made over in the past. I think I looked up 3 years. Okay, they're making money. Okay, this is not, like I told you, this is not some mom and pop shop, that's, in some rural area. Like, no, they're making hand over fist type of money. They have 2 choices. Either they, with all the profit, after all their, their bills and everything is paid, either they can drive up prices to kind of fill in what they're supposed to be making extra for their shareholders and for their own pockets, or they can just keep prices as is and still make billions of dollars. They're not going to go bankrupt with the current prices that they have now. Why are they making it seem like they're barely making it every single year? No. Do a little Google research. This is not a broke company. Like I told you, there's only 3 main mail carriers here in America. They're not gonna go bankrupt. But of course, these suits and ties want to scare everybody like, oh my God, they're gonna raise the price. Well, they could, but that'd be an obvious selfish move that anybody would be able to realize. But no, but of course, regular folks like you and me want to blame other regular folks for making more money, and not the CEOs and the shareholders and the people who are in charge of making these ridiculous decisions. No, let's blame regular folks who's just trying to feed their family, but not the billionaires who's on their way to buying their 4th summer home and their 5th yacht. No, let's not blame them. Let's blame the guy who lives in our neighborhood. Come on now. Jesus Christ.
consumer, like, what does it cost right now, Rob? Go and see what it costs to ship a regular item. Just go prices at UPS to ship anything, okay? Prices at UPS to ship anything. Let's just see what it comes up. Okay, zoom in. All right, so, zoom in. Okay, right there. So check this out. 1 pound is $8.44, okay? 2 to 4 business days. 2 pounds, $9.96. Okay, guess what? Now, what if they say, well, we want it to go to $490 an hour? Well, we can make that happen. We just got to make it $88 a pound. So this idea of, day one, hey, consumer, you lost, okay? Because it's coming to you in Tom. Tom is a very
God, Jesus Christ. Where do you think they got to where they are right now? What do you think they do with the current prices? Because this was just set. It's not like they've been making this money over like 5-10 years. They've been charging this kind of money. And Mr. Suit and Tie hasn't been complaining. I'm pretty sure the money he makes, he's not, oh my God, it's $8 a pound. Oh my God, like I only have 9. Like, no, he's not. No, all that extra money, because we know, that they're trying to make a profit. So we know it's a little cushion in there. We know that. That's kind of 101 right there. If they are smart, they could keep prices as is, but now that they need to pay more, they could increase prices, but it's only to increase their pockets. So once again, why is he trying to put the blame on the workers who's actually making the company who it is? Because I guarantee you, these suits and ties and these shareholders, they ain't delivering these packages. They ain't the ones out here loading up these trucks. And I used to work at UPS when I was like, 19 years old, loading up trucks. That's a rough job. These suit and ties ain't doing that. Most of them are out of shape, overweight, and smokers. They ain't doing this. But of course, Mr. Hair Grease wants you to be mad at the ones who just want to make some more money, because everything else in the world is increasing in price, which he's okay with because people like him benefit off that. But no, let's be mad at the person who just wants to make more money to keep up with everything. No, come on now with this perfect, non-wrinkled shirt. Bro, come on.
Interesting point as well. For some of you guys that purchase Amazon, what's going to happen with Amazon, Tom?
What do we think is going to happen to Amazon Prime when the renewal comes to your credit card? I bet it's going to be up $6, $8, $10. It's got to. Of course. How can it not?
They have to collect that money from somewhere.
It's coming from somewhere.
Now, the difference is
maybe Bezos will go at a loss next year for the consumer.
But the difference is Bezos has fought tooth and nails to avoid union as much as he can because he knows what's going to happen here. I did a poll the other day, Rob. Can you pull up Twitter and go to my Twitter account, and you'll see the part where I polled union. Is union a net positive to society or a net negative to society? I think around 18,000 people voted, and here's what the results were. It should be the next one. Zoom in right there. Yeah, 17,800 voted. Wow. Do you feel unions are a net negative, net positive, or net negative to economy? Look at that.
2-1.
32%.
Who cares about this? Who gives a shit about this? I do polls all the time on my YouTube channel, but I never use that as a data talking point because my viewers, my subscribers are somewhat like-minded. So that's an extreme bias, and it'd be ignorant for me to try to use that data to be look what 18,000 people say. They follow you for a reason. They're a bunch of greaseball, grease-headed wannabe CEOs one day, just like you. Of course they're gonna say a net negative. What are you talking about? These are wannabes who inspired to be a rich person. So of course they're not going to want to go against a system that they hope and pray that they're going to be involved in one day. And 9 times out of 10, they're just going to die working 50, 60 hours every single week and have nothing to show for it. Because obviously you can't take it with you when you die. So it's just going to be left here. So this means nothing to me. I guarantee you, people who work in unions don't agree with this. And I used to work in a management position working with union members, and I understand why. Because the workplace and these employers can be shady as hell. Fire you for little to no reason, refuse to give you a pay increase even though their profits is skyrocketing. Of course, we're going to need a union. We're going to need an institution to fight on our behalf. But no, these wannabe rich people are like, no, Mr. Patrick David, we totally agree with you because one day I wish to be just like you. What kind of grease do you use for your hair? Like, come on. This doesn't mean nothing.
And said positive, 67.8% said it's a net negative. Okay, so that's the part about union when they come in. Here's the part. So in UPS, if you were to compare UPS strike versus Hollywood strike, which one they have to cave? I think it's UPS.
They
I
have
think
to?
you have to cave.
Yeah.
If 340,000 people go on strike, shipments are not coming in.
Yeah.
By the way, you know who the number one
Yes.
parcel company in America is right now? You know who number
FedEx?
one is? No, it's UPS.
Really?
If UPS missed this
they're
mark,
number
that
one.
$30 billion in valuation goes to a whole different place, which means UPS is sitting there saying, guys, we better freaking do something. Guess what Hollywood is saying? Fine. We got plenty of old movies.
Yeah.
We got plenty of stuff. Don't do it. It's okay.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
still paying a monthly service. While you're not making any new movies, any shows, are you still paying Netflix? Are you still paying
100%.
Hulu?
We have
are you
to.
Still, you have
Yeah,
to.
100%.
So the media comes.
So I think he just made a good point that I don't think he realized goes against his argument. If these workers, the one who's actually putting in the work, decide to not work, who holds all the power? Who has all the bargaining chips? Who has the royal flush right now playing poker? These CEOs are damn near borderline worthless, because I guarantee you, if the CEOs decide to go on strike, we can find a few potential CEOs in a pool of UPS workers. Pretty sure there's some smart individuals, but I guarantee you, if half of the workforce at UPS decide to not work, these CEOs ain't gonna be you honestly think these suit and ties is gonna jump in a truck and start working? Hell no. Hell no. Let half the workforce of UPS not work for a week. Yeah, the UPS will try to hire some people, but you can't hire and train and get certified within a week. So let these workers go on strike and not work for a week. UPS wouldn't be number one. So who holds all the power? And I love it when people utilize their power to get more and to get what is deserved to them, because it's a whole lengthy history of these greedy corporations utilizing their power, their monopoly power, to suppress wages and to suppress employees' rights. So I ain't mad at it. Use your power.
Companies on strike, they're not getting affected, but UPS had to negotiate.
Wow.
The
Yep.
union had
They
to
better.
negotiate
They
versus
better.
Hollywood. Bob Iger's like, look, it's going to cost a lot of people their house. Hey, listen, you motherfucker. Listen, you
The actor.
$27 million.
Yeah.
You want to lose a house?
Yeah, you wanna-
There's 3 ways you can lose your house.
Ron Perlman.
Right? Yeah, Ron
know
Perlman.
you're
Right.
accurate.
So when you think about that part, you just have to know that strike is going to be very different for these guys than the other guys, but $49 an hour. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
And then if there's guys, we have the whole conversation about whether college is worth it or not. My whole thing is typically degrees pay fees, skills pay the bills. Look, there's a lot of people coming out of debt with a couple $100,000 in college loans. Meanwhile, you're just a dude driving a truck with short shorts, with your booty shorts, doing your thing, open window, making $100,000
you're
a
just
year.
a dude acting like
Sound-
another dude. Hey, if you
One, I think he points out something that's really important to point out. College used to be the bar, used to be the goal that everyone wanted to meet in order to make more money. But obviously with capitalism, with greediness, that is not the situation anymore. It costs too much. You're going to be in debt too much for little to no extra education. That diploma, that piece of paper don't mean anything. It's just really who you know when it comes to college. But my point is, I do not care that regular folks are strong-arming these corporations who's making profit records, who's making billions in profit, not just overall profit. I do not care. Go out there and get your money, because these essential jobs that everybody is always crying about, these people are working hard. They out there sweating. Okay? You think your packages just come from a store and just drop right at your doorstep? No. I mean, it'd be pretty cool but that's a whole nother story. It's actual people working to get your box to your front door at a reasonable time. And I feel we need to support these individuals and stop following the lead of these greasy hair son of a guns, and stop trying to blame the regular person for trying to get more money, and hold accountable these big organizations, not the small startup companies and people who are, just have 5 employees. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about these top 500. UPS is the number. He even said the UPS is the number 1 mailing service. They should be paying their workers like they're the number 1 mailing service. That's simple. I think that buttons it up pretty well for you. So, but once again, if you're the individual that thinks, one day you're going to be a millionaire, a CEO of your own company, and you don't want to mess up the system that you think is going to make you rich, and you just want to lick the boots of these millionaires, I guess leave a comment. Leave a comment, and like always, let's have that conversation.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to join the conversation by subscribing. Make sure to tune in next time, and like always, power to you, power to me, power to the people, power to the pod.